welcome to the Prabandh project. On behalf of Drum and Brass, we'd like to welcome you all. And as you will have known, that we have been researching Prabandh, which is an ancient form of Indian classical singing, and we've been interviewing some of the foremost artists of India to find out more details about this particular style of singing. My name is Preetham, and today we're joined by the one and only Malyaban Chatterjee from Calcutta. Welcome, Ji. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Namaskar ji.
Namaskar. And this is our third interview with the artist, and in fact, this is our final interview in this stage of the project. And as the listeners have grown with us, there's been a lot of interest to find out more about what it takes to become a classical musician. So today's interview will be aimed towards knowing and learning more about an Indian classical musician's journey, how they learn and why they learn, and what they practice and how they practice, and how to become a performer and how to build a career. And then we'll overview with the Prabandh that we've been researching, and then hopefully Malyabanji will give us a short performance. So we'd like to begin with Malyabanji. Thank you for joining us. Could you tell us, what's the attributes of a guru? How do you know this is a guru and he's not a fake guru, or why is it important to have a guru?
As we have seen our Guru is a completeness. Guru, in Sanskrit, it means the person who brings you from the darkness to light. If you can't get a proper guru, then it will be very difficult for you to progress, to learn the technique of the music, and to make yourself satisfied, make yourself completed. And so a proper guru, learning from a proper guru from the scratch, or for a long time, it's very necessary for everyone who want to take classical music seriously, or later on professionally.
And if you could tell us, what's the difference? How would an audience member who doesn't learn Indian classical music tell the difference between someone who has learned from a guru and someone who's just self-taught, maybe just listening and learning? What's the difference? How can you tell the difference?
Well, the difference is, suppose a person who is a self-taught person, and he or she must have a very good voice, and a very good personality. But when if he's or she is a self-taught person, once they are performing anywhere, easily it will be caught from their rendition that they are not properly trained, because what they used to do, they listen, they see the book, and they here and there they try to learn and they want to sing. But if I don't learn from a proper guru, it is till date it is very difficult for a person to present this type of music, because they have some other in details in our music, in the raga music. Suppose I'm giving you one example. In the book, it is written, in the raga Yaman, it is written Sare Gama Padha Nisa Tibrama. Sare Gama Padha Nisa Sare Gama. It is written in the book. Suppose a person who is not well taught, well trained, he will see it is written in the book, he will sing accordingly that. But when a person who is a properly trained, then he will understand that it is not Yaman. Yaman will start from the knee, and in the ascending, there is no pa. Madha Nisa Sayani Da Madha Nisa. There must have some combinations like Fare, Nirega. So this is the importance of the Guru.
Mm,
This is the importance of the learning process that you have to go through.
mhm. We spoke to Afsal Bhai yesterday, Afsal Hussain, and he also said, the self-taught person will be very limited in what they understand, what they can present, and many repetitions of the same thing because they don't understand how to expand on that. And obviously, when you've learned from a guru, you bring your own personality to that.
And in the sorry for interrupting, Pratamji. Uh, in this present time, it is very dangerous for a self-taught person to listen, because in the digital media they can sing, and
Mm,
people are, as because she or he has a very good voice, she's singing well, but the listeners are listening the wrong thing. So it
mm.
is more harmful nowadays.
Because yeah, obviously they have exposure to the world. No, it's not just a one class, one performance in a hall. It's worldwide.
It is. So we have to be very careful.
I remember reading Pandit Ravi Shankarji's biography, and in there he writes, I'm just looking at the angle of how you choose a guru and how a guru chooses a disciple. So Ravi Shankarji wrote कि guru मिले लाख लाख चेला मिले एक.
Ek,
No?
it
So can you
is.
just
It is.
explain how that relationship, how does a guru choose a disciple, and how does a student, choose a guru?
Firstly, a student should choose his guru, or choose her guru. Uh, the guru should have very good reputation. Parampara jo hai. The guru
Uh,
should learn from a proper guru. Firstly, we
mm,
have to take the information that where he or she is coming from. Is the first point. The second point is a proper guru will not teach a disciple very easily. First, he will test him, test her.
mhm,
It takes time, and judge that whether the disciple is taking music very seriously, is
mhm,
doing her riyaz or his riyaz, and respecting the process. So, then so it is time taking.
mhm,
It assumes some time. So these things, a student or disciple should uh, understand that uh, a general teacher will not let you go through these aspects. Okay, they will teach you now and then. They will you don't know where he or she has learned. So a guru should, and also in my idea, I have seen my guru. A guru is a not a only a trainer. Is
mhm.
a complete personality
Ah,
through his life, through his outlook, through his music, through his thinking, through his personality.
mhm.
Uh, so the disciple should judge these things before choosing a proper guru.
You speak so fondly of
Yeah,
Ustad Amir Khan Sahab, who was, he was the godfather of classical music.
yeah.
And can you tell us how do you choose a guru, and what is the importance of a guru? How does an artist choose a guru? If you want to become a great singer, how do you choose, or does the guru choose you? How does that happen?
I didn't know that there is a guru. I learned from my mother, so I didn't know there is guru, and he used to teach me. But first time I met Amir Khan Sahib after my mother, so he taught me. So I thought that he is my guru. So I didn't learn from anybody except Amir Khan Sahib. So he was teaching so nicely. Started to learn from Sarigama like that, and one rag in the morning and one rag in the evening. And
Mhm,
घंटों आलाप करते थे खान साहब, used to do alap so much. So I was thinking, this is music. That's why I learned that so much alap. And
So,
most,
when you become a disciple, I mean, there's one thing about becoming a student in a school, but when you become a disciple, there's a ceremony which takes place, Ganda-Bandhan. Can
yes,
you can you tell us about the importance of Ganda-Bandhan and what takes place?
Ganda-Bandhan means I am the student of Amir Khan sahab.
Mhm.
That's why they used to make Ganda-Bandhan the student. So I should learn from him only, not to go any other to start.
Mm.
Because that time Vishwadev Chatterjee was a great singer in India, and he was a student of Badal Khan sahab. He was a great guru, Badal Khan, classical, and he taught him so nicely, and he used to sing so good, Vishwadev Chatterjee. And after that, he became disciple of Ustad Fayyad Khan sahab. Then Badal Khan sahab, when knew that he's a student of, became student of Fayyad Khan sahab, he was so angry, and then he said, "Ab to गाना तेरा नहीं होगा, देख तू कैसा." You can't imagine. After that, he became mad. He couldn't sing. That's why it is very difficult. If you go to any other teacher, you have
Mm.
to ask your permission, take the permission from your guru.
Mm.
Then you can. Otherwise, very too much problem. That's why I didn't go anybody. I still learn from him, and he and he's another disciple. My husband was a Amir Khan's disciple, Sunil Banerjee. So Khan Sahib told him that when I will go to Bombay or Indore, you practice karao meri beti ko. Come
Mm.
every day and make her practicing. So I used to practice every time. I used to write a letter and all, and Khan Sahib and Munibai, and sometimes I used to go to Bombay also to learn from him. My father used to
Kakaraji,
take
can
me
you
there.
can you tell us the ceremony? What is the symbolic of the what's symbolic about the ceremony? What takes place
And
for
that is
Gandam?
thread ceremony. That is thread ceremony, Ganda-Bandhan. In your
Ah,
right hand, if you gents then right hand and ladies then left hand, they make the Ganda, matlab with red thread, and these to do and say the mantra also. So, and chana and gur used to give to the student and all. तो
ah,
ऐसा करके हमने भी सीखा है क्या.
can you tell us what we find many artists that are self-taught who don't learn from anybody, and they learn from listening and watching. Of course, nowadays we have so many, uh, we have so many videos on YouTube, and people can learn and tuitions and lessons. Can you tell us what's the importance of learning from a guru, and what's the difference between having been taught and one who's self-taught? What's the difference? Can you tell us?
Khan, Khan Sahib used to sing some ragas of uh, Karnataka music, Rag Hamsadhani and Shahana used to go there. And I also performed that time in Madras also and South India. I used to sing the raga, and Kasab took some like that is Karnataka music. That's why Kasab took that sargam like that. Sani dha pa ma ga re sa. Nobody used to do the sargam that time. Only Amir Khan Sahib used to do, and he taught me also like that. Sa re ga pa ni sa ga re sa ni pa ga pa ni sa ni pa ga re sa ga re sa ni pa ga re sa ni re. Just like that.
Mhm.
So I also learned Karnataka. Karnataka means my Karnataka raga.
Uh, but when you hear some people who have been self-taught, why is it important to learn from a guru? Why? What's the importance of that?
Without Guru, as if child, mother and dad, father is there. So they have to look after the child. The Guru also look after their Shisha, disciple. And that time they are my father and mother.
Mm.
And whatever he will teach us, so we can learn from him. That's why the Gharana also, so many Gharanas are there. And so Amir Khan Sahib, he learned from his father, Shahimir Khan Sahib from Indore.
Wow.
used to play saringi. And Amir Khan also first, I asked Amir Khan, Sahab, how did you learn classical? Your, well, no, I used to play saringi also. I learned from my father
वाह,
and
अच्छा
learned music also from my father.
अच्छा
And I
actually
didn't learn from
बड़े गुलाम
anybody.
अली खान साहब was the same, he was also a sarangi
Yeah,
player, no?
same. But Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab also learned, used to play
हाँ
saringi. At the 40 age, he was playing. Then one Baba's Dargah,
हम्म,
फोड़ दो तुम्हारा सारिंगी, अभी गाना गाओ. ऐसे बोले
हाँ
तो बोले कैसे फोड़ेंगे, नहीं अभी गाना गाओ. Then at the age of 40, he started to sing. बड़ी गुलाम
वाह
अली खान साहब.
वाह
अब तक उनका गाना कैसा है देखिए.
हाँ. Could you just tell us, um, how does one choose a guru? Does a student feel के choose, oh मैं इनसे इनसे सीखना है या उनसे सीखना है, or does the guru choose the student? How does that happen?
देखिए जैसे आ, अभी हमारे जैसे ध्रुपद केंद्र शुरू होने वाला है, नए स्टूडेंट्स आने हैं, तो हम इंटरव्यू करेंगे कि कौन से बच्चे
हम्म,
किस लायक हैं, हम उन्हें सिखाएंगे, थोड़ा
हम्म,
सीख देंगे.
हम्म,
और जो बच्चे ये सोच के आएंगे कि हमें अफजल हुसैन से सीखना है,
हम्म,
मतलब ये दोनों पे डिपेंड करता है. जब वो भी चाहें कि हमें इनसे सीखना है और हम भी चाहें कि हमें इनसे सिखाना है,
हम्म,
दोनों को चूज करना होता है एक दूसरे को.
हम्म,
अगर हम ऐसा सोचें अरे हमारे गुरु तो ऐसे ही हैं, हम क्या इनसे सीखें, तो कैसे सीखें. या हम स्टूडेंट्स पे ध्यान नहीं दें कि अरे ये तो ऐसे ही है, इसको क्या सीखना.
हम्म,
दोनों चीजें मेरे हिसाब से जरूरी है, गुरु की तरफ से भी और शिष्य की तरफ से भी.
हाँ. तो was it अभी तो बहुत कुछ बदल गया है, लेकिन
जी.
पुराने जमाने में कैसे होता था? अगर uh, it was much more difficult in
Yeah,
before, no? So
I
could you tell us how
understand.
it was before in the old generation?
Yeah. तो उस टाइम बहुत डिफिकल्ट था,
Mm,
क्योंकि गुरु जल्दी से एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते थे अपने स्टूडेंट्स को. जैसे हमारे उस्ताद अलाउद्दीन खान साहब के बारे में, या उस्ताद जितने भी गुरु हैं उनके बारे में बहुत सारी कहानियां हैं, और उन्होंने जो बताया है कि हमारे यहाँ कहते हैं ना, घड़ों पानी भरना पड़ता है जब जाके गाना आता है या बजाना आता है. तो
mm,
उस समय में घर का सारा काम स्टूडेंट्स को करना पड़ता था.
mm,
कि वो सिखाना तो कुछ होता नहीं था, बस
mm,
ये सब्जी ले आओ, मार्केट चले जाओ,
mm,
फिर ये हमारे उस टाइम घोड़े वगैरह थे, घोड़े को घुमा के ले आओ, या ये
mm,
करो वो करो, घोड़े
mm,
की थान साफ करो, ये काम होते थे. और
mm.
उसमें ही स्टूडेंट सुन सुन के सीखता था.
Oh.
तो
I remember one interview with Ustad Salamat Ali Khan Sahab, and the interviewer asked कि खान साहब हमने सुना है कि उस्तादों के पास रहकर सब कुछ झाड़ू करना पड़ता है, सब कुछ करना
बिल्कुल
पड़ता है.
बिल्कुल वही मैंने बताया
So
आपको.
Khan Saab started laughing. No, you have to do so much work and all the housework and everything. And Khan Saab said कि अरे जिसने ये नहीं किया उसने सीखा ही नहीं.
ठीक है, सही बात.
हाँ, उसको क्या आएगा? उसने उसने सीखा ही नहीं. How will they learn if they haven't done this?
राइट
ना?
राइट.
तो वो तो it's a small thing that you have to contribute or pay to get what you have to, what you want. So yeah, तो can you tell us जो the initiation of taking an ustad, जो Ganda-Bandhan होता है. What is Ganda-Bandhan and why is it so important, the ceremony?
देखिए, और सारे घरानों में गंडा बंधन होता है,
Mm-hmm.
लेकिन मैंने अपने उस्ताद के पास बहुत कम लोगों को गंडा बंधन देखा है.
Mm-hmm.
उस्ताद क्या मालूम इस चीज पे बिलीव करते थे कि नहीं, क्योंकि हमारे जो उस्ताद थे, उस्ताद गया करीब 3 अगस्त, उस्ताद गया मूवी 3 अगस्त.
Yeah.
तो इन्होंने, अब जैसे मैं हूँ, गुडली का ब्रदर्स है, अपने उदय भवालकर है, ये किसी को भी गंढा नहीं बना।
Oh.
हाँ, और इनमें से शायद जैसे ऋत्विक सान्याल, आपने नाम सुना होगा, ऋत्विक सान्याल, या पुष्पराज कोष्टी करके गिटार बजाते हैं, सुरबार भी बजाते हैं, उसका भी बहुत पुराना शायर है। उनको भी गंढा बंधा है, ये पक्का नहीं मालूम है।
अच्छा, तो why
क्योंकि
is that?
हमारे हमारे गुरु जी कहते थे कि तुम पहले कुछ करके दिखाओ तब गंढा बांधेंगे।
अच्छा, हाँ,
ये कॉन्सेप्ट उनका था। अब क्या इसमें थी बात, क्योंकि हम लोग को गंडा नहीं बंधा है किसी को।
अच्छा,
जबकि कहीं भी म्यूजिक सीखने की जब शुरुआत होती है तो पहले गंडा बांधते
हम्म,
और फिर शुरू करते। अब ये मुझे उस्ताद से पूछा मैंने कई बार, आप क्यों नहीं बांधते, बोले नहीं है बाबू, गंडा वंडा नहीं बांधते।
अच्छा,
इस तरह से।
wow, अच्छा. So, I mean, they had that much क्या confidence that the student is not going anywhere. अगर जाएगा भी तो it's his loss. It's not, nah, because
हो
the
सकता है।
Ganda-Bandhan is actually a tie. Okay, you won't go anywhere
हाँ,
else.
जी जी, हाँ
तो,
शायद
but how
आपकी
is
जगह
it?
सही है।
हाँ, तो how is it with your generation? आप गंदा बनवाते हैं कि क्या with your students?
मैंने भी नहीं बोला।
अच्छा.
मैं भी किसी को गंडा नहीं बोला।
So why is it so important to others that गंदा बंदना करना है नहीं तो नहीं सिखाएंगे?
आई डोंट नो, क्या मालूम किसी को। अब मैं ऐसा नहीं कहता, जैसे आपने कहा ना कि डर रहता होगा कहीं चला ना जाए इधर उधर।
हम्म.
लेकिन हमारे उस्ताद के पास जो शागिर्द आया वो कहीं नहीं गया। एग्जाम्पल, एक हमारे यहाँ बहुत फेमस एक रेस्टोरेंट है,
जी.
मनोहर डेरी,
अच्छा.
बहुत फेमस। उनके जो ओनर है वो उस्ताद के पास अ, कम से कम 90 से सीखा उन्होंने।
अच्छा.
अभी भी उनको गाना बजाना नहीं आता, क्योंकि
अच्छा.
क्योंकि वो अपना बिजनेस में काम, उनका बिजनेस में ज्यादा ध्यान है। तो उस्ताद कहते थे उनसे कि बेटा तू आया कर और अपना बिजनेस पहले देख, उसके बाद आना। हाँ हाँ, क्योंकि उन्हें पता था कि ये अगर यहाँ ध्यान देगा वहां से ध्यान हटाएगा तो यहाँ से भी जाएगा वहां से भी जाएगा।
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ.
तो वो ये समझ लेते थे उसका कि किसको
हम्म.
क्या करना है।
हम्म.
लेकिन वो आदमी किसी और के पास नहीं गया होगा।
Being in love with your team master, totally
या
sacrifice everything. Whether that student learns anything or not, just being totally, absorbed into the music
बिल्कुल।
and the teacher is just a beautiful relationship, no? So
और ये
can you
सही है।
can you tell us? Sorry, can you tell us? Um, there are those who don't want to learn or think they don't need to learn. Now, I am self-taught. For example, people think I just pick it up. I watch this video, I watch this video, I just pick it up and sing. And then there are those who, like you said, totally dedicated to the master and learn. Now, when an audience who doesn't know listens to the two people, they don't know that much difference. कौन क्या गा रहा है, कौन क्या गा रहा है. And then there's one who's self-taught, who has a beautiful voice naturally, and there's one who's learned his whole life and dedicated to everything and sings. For an audience, 80% of the audience maybe doesn't know who's learned and who's not. Can you tell us the difference between um, someone who's self-taught and someone who is learned, trained singer?
नहीं देखिए, ये समझना तो ये ऑडियंस को भी समझ में आ जाता है
Mm-hmm.
कि कौन गुरु से सीखा है और कौन कैसे सुन के सीखा
Mm-hmm.
है। ये सुन के पता चल जाता है।
Mm-hmm.
ये चाहे ऑडियंस में कोई हो या कोई
Mm-hmm.
म्यूजिशियन हो,
जी.
ये समझना बहुत आसान है, क्योंकि जो म्यूजिक है, हमारा म्यूजिक है,
Mhm.
इसमें रिपीटेशन का बहुत महत्व है। क्या अगर आप रिपीटेशन करेंगे, एक ही चीज को बार बार रिपीट रिपीट रिपीट, तो हमें समझ में आ जाए कि यार ये कुछ नहीं है।
Mhm.
हर फ्रेज जो गाना है वो उसमें कुछ डिफरेंट होना चाहिए। अगर
Mhm.
आप रिपीटेशन, और जो कैसेट से सुनने वाला सीखने वाला होगा वो रिपीटेशन ही करेगा।
That's actually a very interesting point because what you're saying is when an audience listens to someone who's self-taught and someone who's trained, the difference would be the untrained person will repeat over and over in the same way, whereas the trained person can express in so many different ways. No? Um,
म्यूजिक म्यूजिक जो है हमारे अंदर से आता
mhm.
है ना। और अगर हमने सीखा है कि हमें ऐसे जाना है, फिर ऐसे जाना है, फिर इधर से भी आना है, फिर इधर से जाना है, फिर इधर से, फिर इधर से, तो किसी भी तरह से हम जैसे एक सुर की हम बढ़त करते हैं, तो
जी.
हम चारों तरफ से उसकी बढ़त करते हैं।
Uh,
लेकिन जब हम परफॉर्म करते हैं तो हम एक ड्यूरेशन रहती है कि हमें आधे घंटे में कितना परफॉर्म करना है या 1 घंटे में कितना परफॉर्म करना है, तो उसमें
mm,
एक लिमिट ही रहेगी ना। लेकिन जब हम रियाज करने बैठेंगे तो हम उसको चारों तरफ से देखेंगे, है ना। और जब
mm.
हम सुनेंगे कैसे, तो वही वही सुनेंगे, वही वही सुनेंगे, और वही हमारे अंदर जाएगा।
Yeah, so
मैं
there's a limited amount you can take in
यस
by listening, and you will
यस
have just that much. Whereas if you're trained, it's your own expression, and that's limitless. No, that's a fantastic explanation of that.